Hello everyone. In this lab, I'm going to explain the interfacing of DC motor to the microcontroller. Okay, so the lab name is Microcontroller and Embedded System Laboratory. Okay, and the source code is 18CSL 48. We are executing the lab number 10, that is interface and control a DC motor. So we are going to connect the DC motor to the microcontroller using this evaluation board, that is LPC2148. And we are going to do some control operations like rotating the DC motor in the clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction, and stopping the rotation of DC motor. We will see how we can connect. Okay, this is the overall code for controlling the DC motor. Okay, what are the operations I'm doing? I'm going to rotate the DC motor in a clockwise direction and turn off the DC motor and rotate the DC motor in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, I'm going to explain each part of this code. Yeah, for our experiment, we are using the ARM7 LPC2148 evaluation board. This is the board that we have purchased in the college. Okay, this is the ARM7 microcontroller. You can see here this is the slot, 2-pin slot. So here we are going to connect the DC motor to the microcontroller through this port. Okay, and here we are connecting the USB cable to connect to the laptop or a PC. Okay, and this is the processor. Okay, so this processor has two ports, as I told, port 0 and port 1. So each port has 32-bit pins. Okay, 32-bit pins. And port 1, port 0, we have all the pins as GPIO, that is general purpose input output. And in port 2, we have pin number from 16 to 31 as a GPIO pins. Okay, and these are the switches for controlling some operations. So these switches are connected to the port 1 pins. I will explain with the code. Okay, so how I'm going to perform the operation is that if I press switch 1, the DC motor will rotate in a clockwise. If I press 2, the DC motor will rotate in anti-clockwise, and if I press switch 3, then it is going to stop rotating. So this is how I will be coding in our program. Okay, we are going to connect the DC motor here and the cable here. Then we'll start writing this particular code. Okay, yeah. So what are the pins that we are using with respect to the DC motor? So this is the port pins that we are using with respect to DC motor. That is port 0, 5th pin, and port 0, 6th pin. So these pins I'm going to use for DC motor, and in also in order to enable the DC motor, I'm going to use port 0.7. So these port numbers are given by the manufacturer. Okay, so the manufacturer will give you this table. That is, suppose if you want to rotate the DC motor in a clockwise direction, then you need to make the port 0 5th pin as 1 and 6th pin as 0. Then the DC motor that you are connected will rotate in a clockwise direction. This is given by the manufacturer. Okay, so in the LPC2148, these are 29th and 30th pin. Okay, and in order to rotate the DC motor in an anti-clockwise direction, then if you provide the value that is 0 and 1 to the pin number 5th and 6th, then the DC motor will start rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. So these value will be given by the vendor, okay, manufacturer. And in order to enable the DC motor, then we need to set port 0 7th pin equal to 1. Then the DC motor is enabled. The pin in the LPC2148 is 31. Okay. So as I told, we are using some switches to make the DC motor to rotate in clockwise, anti-clockwise, and to stop. So these switches are connected to these ports. Okay, port 1, 16 pin, to port 1, 23rd pin. Okay, and what we are using, so in our for this particular program, we are using three switches: S1 key, which is connected to the 16 pin of port 1. Okay, So if we press the switch 1, the DC motor should rotate in a clockwise direction. Similarly, if I press 2, it should rotate in the clockwise anti-clockwise direction, so which is connected to port 1 17th pin. And if I press switch 3, then the DC motor should stop rotating, so which is connected to 18th pin of port 1. Okay, so in order to indicate these port numbers, so I have used the variable MCW, motor clockwise, motor counterclockwise, and motor off. So I'm initializing this value in the hex form. So here I can see that if I'm declaring the MCW2, I'm making the 16th bit as 1. Okay, I'm making the 16th bit as 1. So this is this hexadecimal format. Okay, where each hex represents 4 bits in a binary. Okay, so this is 4 bit, 4 bit, 4 bit, 4 bit. So we have 4 bits for 8, 12, and 16. So since we are starting from 0 to 0, so this bit will be 15th. Okay, and this is from 16 to 19. Okay, so these bits, so in this bits I'm going to make the 16th bit as 1. So you can see this is the value that I'm storing. Okay, now I'm making the 16th bit as 1. So these all bits I'm making as 0. So what is the value that I'm using? I'm using 0 0 0 1. Okay, so this is the hex form. So if I so it means that 4 digits of binary makes one hex. So the first hex is 0, right? It is 0. So I will make it as 0, means all the binary bits are 0. Correct. Again 0. Correct. It's 0. How we can represent in binary? It's all zeros. Which bit we are making? 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4th bit. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this bit we are making it as 1. So how to represent 1 in a binary? Using 4 bits. So we can represent 0, 0, 1. So it means that you can see that it is the 16th bit. Okay, we are making 16th bit equal to 1. Okay, 16th bit equal to 1 for switch 1. Switch 1 which is connected to the, if I press the switch 1, it should rotate the in the clockwise direction. So that's why I have initialized like this. Similarly, I have initialized for the anti-clockwise, I made 17 as 1, and for stopping the DC motor, I made 18 pin as 1. Okay, now so I need to set these particular pins that I'm using for connecting the DC motor to the microcontroller. I need to make these particular pins as output pins, that is 5 and 6, sixth pin of port 0. So how to make this particular pins as output pins? Since the DC motor is an output device, so we are sending the control signal to the DC motor. This is an output device. So we need to make this particular uh, pins as output. So how to make it? So we can make it by using the IO direction resistor. Okay, so this is how we can make it. IO1 DIR and IO1 0 DIR. So IO1 0 DIR corresponds to the port 0 and IO1 corresponds to the port 1. Okay, so in that what we are doing, we are going to make, you can see this is what I have initialized 0 0 0 0 0 6 0. So this is how we can represent this in a binary. Have represented here. Okay, let me show it here. Okay, 0 0, this is 0, and last button is 6 0. Yeah. So this is the hex value. So what, how we can represent in a binary? So first one is 0 and this one is 6. So how we can represent 6 in a 4 digit binary? We can represent by 0 1 1 0. So it means it is 6. Correct. So this is how what we are initializing. So what it means, 6 means, so we are turning turning the fifth bit and sixth bit as 1. So if I make sixth bit and fifth bit 1, it means that I'm initializing this particular port pins as a output pins. So that is what we are doing here. Okay, so that is what we are doing here. So I'm going to make the pin numbers 5 and 6 of the port 0 as an output pin, because I'm going to connect, these are the two pins, so I'm going to connect the DC motor to these pins, so I need to make them as output pins. So this is how I can make. And another thing we are doing, so we are going to set these switches as output pins, because whenever the user process, so that because of that I need to trigger the DC motor, right? So that's why I'm initializing the switch pins, that is what all pins I'm using 16th, 17th and 18th pins. So for that I need to make the IO1 DIR is equal to 0x007. So no need to worry about the lower nipple, because as I told, the port 1 we have from port 1 16th pin to port 1 31 pin are GPIO pins. Okay, so only these pins we can alter, right? So we can use for general purpose, so we can write only this much, it will work fine. Okay, so as you can see here, I have defined like this: IO1 DIR. So I am making the 16th, 17th and 18th bit as 1. Okay, to indicate these are the output pins. So after making this, okay, so if I give 1, it means that it is configured as an output port. If I make it as 0, then it is configured as input port, right? So for port 0 I need to use 0 here, and for port 1 I need to use 1 here for the direction resistor. Okay, this is the explanation. So let me see the overall code here. So first we are going to use the header file. Okay, lpc 214x.h. okay, all the functions are defined here, and this is how I'm defining the variables. As I told, mcw is initialized to 16 pin. For counterclockwise I'm initialized to the 17 pin, and for turning off the motor I'm initialized to 18 pin. Okay, so then I need to then we are coming to the main function. So here what we are doing, we are making the switches as output pins, and the port 0 and port 5, port 0th, 5th pin and 6th pin as an output pin. So that's what these instructions. And now we are using while one, so it means that it will executing infinitely until we turn off the power supply. So this will be running. Okay, and first we'll see whether the particular switch is pressed or not. So in order to check that, this is the code. So if IO pin, so IO1 pin, so what is IO pin? So IO pin it will get you, fetch you the status of that particular pin. Okay, so I'm interested to see whether the 16 pin is pressed or not. So for that I'm using this operation. So what I'm doing, I'm ANDing the contents of IO pin with MCW. So MCW I have initialized to the 16 bit has 1. So I'm ANDing and I'm checking. So if the switch is not pressed, okay, if the switch is not pressed, then the value is 1. So if it is 1, okay, so not of 1 is what? 0. So it will not execute this particular instruction. Suppose if I press the switch, okay, so since the microcontroller is a active low signal, okay, so whenever I press button, the what is the signal passed? It is passed as 0, because it is an active low. So whenever you press the key, whenever the value becomes low, it means that it is active in the microcontroller. Okay, so whenever I press the key, so this value will become 0. Okay, so this value will become 0. So not of 0 is 1. So it means that this particular instruction is executed. So what this particular instruction, so I'm going to make the IO 0th pin. Okay, so IO 0th pin, which bit I'm making? So I need to enable the port 0 7th bit, and I need to initialize the 0th, 5th bit to 1 and 6th bit to 0. So this is the hex value I'm initializing in this particular pin. So let me show you what is that value. Yeah, so this is the value I'm storing. So what it a means what? So a means this particular bits, correct? So from bit number 4 to bit number 7. So if I say a, it means that how you can represent 10 in a binary can represent as 1010. So you can see that which bits I'm turning enabling. So I'm making the seventh bit as 1. So you know that if I make if I want to rotate the DC motor, I need to make the seventh bit as port 0 seventh bit as 1, right? So I need to make the port 0 seventh bit as 1, and I need to make port fifth has 1, and port 0 sixth pin as 0. So you can see that I'm making 1 and 0. So if I give initialize this value, then the DC motor will start rotating in the clockwise direction. Similarly, if I press the S3 switch, so it should stop the rotating. Okay, so if I initialize all the fifth bit and sixth bit is 0, then the motor will stop rotating. And if I want to rotate in the anti-clockwise direction, so make I need to initialize this value. So what is this value? So this value is I am making the sixth bit as I'm making the sixth bit as 1. Okay, sixth bit as 1 and fifth bit as 0 for rotating in the anti-clockwise direction as given by the vendor or the manufacturer. Okay, so if I make this, then and also the seventh bit equal to 1. So this is the value, right? This is the value we have. So seventh bit is 1 and sixth bit is 1 and fifth bit is 0. So if I initialize this value, the DC motor will rotate in a anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so let me show you the demo of the hardware. The DC motor. So this is the DC motor you have. Okay, and there are two pins here, so you need to connect DC motor like this.
So you should be very careful while connecting, okay, because these are sophisticated pins, so you cannot use very rough, okay, you should use it very carefully.
So we should connect DC motor like this. Okay, and we are using three switches. Okay, one is off, this is for clockwise and this is for anti-clockwise. So when you press the clockwise direction, so the DC motor will start rotating in the clockwise direction. You can see that it is rotating. Okay, so you can stop by pressing the switch button, by pressing off, so that particular bit will be enabled and the DC motor will stop rotating. Now you can see that I'm pressing the anti-clockwise button. So this is the anti-clockwise button. When I press, so it is rotating in the anti-clockwise. So this is the execution of DC motor. Thank you. So this is the working demo of the DC motor. Okay, thank you.